Hello everyone and welcome to the Edmonds Racing TV show. We're coming to you a little earlier this week on Thursday ahead of tomorrow's big gold market meeting here at the Gold Coast Turf Club. We're here on the perch again, boys. Toby, Trent, another big week for the stable and another winner for the Tricolours team with Blackjack Boom getting the chocolates, Toby.
Yeah, first start for us the other day. You know, we've taken quite a while with this guy. He's, you know, taken forever to sort of get mature enough and sound enough to send to the races, and off 2 or 3 trials this time in. His most recent one at Bow Desert was a good trial and very professional the other day. Jumped straight up into the bridle outside the leader, which didn't sort of think he would get to there. I thought he might have been back a pair or two further back, but you know, I think Casey Fogden's thing actually missed the kick up and they rode it a bit quieter, so put our guy outside the lead and he was too good for them. It was a good effort, well done.
Very good, another winner for the Tricolours team. And Trent, second week of fatherhood, mate. How's it all going? How's the family and how's the early mornings with track work and juggling little sleep?
The first week was good. Second week's been a bit tiresome, but we'll get through it. It's yeah, been a bit of a baptism of fire the old second week, but no, all good, and we'll soldier on. They're both healthy, the girls, so it's good.
That's the main thing. He's into the grind now, Toby. He's into the grind. Week 2, week 3, here we go.
And it doesn't end. There's no week 2, week 3. It's life.
That's right. It's
don't think it comes to an end.
It's a game changer, but it's the best thing you'll ever do. So well done. Let's get stuck straight into racing preview. There's lots to talk about. Big contingent of runners heading to the Gold Coast on the home track here tomorrow for the gold market meeting, and no doubt the perch here will be rocking for that. Race 2 opens proceedings. Cutest 3-year-old maiden handicap. 2 debutants here. Sir Bangalow, barrier 1 for Andrew Mallion, and then number 9 Redeeming Spirit, Jaden Lloyd in the Archer Park colours. Talk us through these guys heading into their debut.
Both horses having their first run, or first run in a race actually. So Bangalow's a new addition to the stable. He come down from Rob Heathcote, done his early work up there, so he's trialled up a couple of times. Didn't mind his most recent trial out at Bow Desert. He trialled okay, and he's come on since then quite a bit, which is good. He's drawn really softly, so he's going to get a lovely run where they're just behind the speed. I don't think he's got the speed to match them. I'm thinking probably 1200 is a bit more his liking, but not, you know, across the road here for a gallop tomorrow. But I do expect him to improve whatever he does tomorrow, especially out to 1200s. Should suit him a bit better. Redeeming Spirit's nice. I'm Invincible filly who's got good ability, good speed. She's quite quick, and from her barrier she's drawn a little sticky. Not too bad, but a little sticky. But she'll bang straight up on the speed and she'll run well.
Okay, very good. Well, good luck to Connections there. Exciting time, obviously, for their debut. The next race, Trent, race 3, Indian Dreamer, barrier 1, number 1. He steps up to the 1800 on his home track here after getting home well over the 1500 last start. Yeah,
and building to his right distance. Thought his last run was super encouraging. Obviously, first up, there was a lack of tempo. Last week, he made really good ground late, drawn soft. Just hope that he can finally begin a bit better, especially from gate 1. If he can be in front of a couple and then build into the race, he's going to look the winner. I think we found a pretty nice race for him, drawn soft and stepping up to the 1800. You know, looks spot on. So I'd be disappointed if he couldn't knock them over, and hopefully we then can head back to Saturday grade over a little bit further.
Okay. How do you think Gold Coast track for him? Obviously, you've spoken about he's the type of horse that's suited to a bigger track and that sort of thing. How do you think he will suit him? Well,
he's raced well here previously when we were racing in the lockdown, the COVID period, when we were segregated away from sort of Brisbane and whatnot. He'd done all of his racing here, and he raced well without winning a couple of times over 1400. You know, he should have won. I think it was a benchmark 65 or something. He should have won that day. He steamed home from the back of the field and was quite unlucky. And then he ran against Vanna Girl in a 3-year-old handicap and raced well again. So I don't see the track having any real concerns for him. It's just his barrier manner's awful. Like, he's just got no early tempo whatsoever. Dawdles out the first 50 or 60 metres, and he's always in a rearward position. So that's a bit troubling, but hopefully Andrew can pull a rabbit out of the hat tomorrow and make him begin up with them, and he should be very hard to beat.
Okay, very good. Early little indication there with the hard to beat. We then move over to race 6. 2 acceptors here, but one going around in Jetty, also from barrier 1. These barriers are pretty good. I don't know what you blokes have been talking about. They're
Wait-
pretty good.
Wait until we talk about the
Wait till we
Saturday
go-
ones.
yeah, wait till we go to Saturday, see how they go.
All right, we'll turn the page for Saturday. But Jetty, barrier 1, Andrew Mallion, yeah, drawn nicely here for the strong bloodstock team and has gone close this prep a couple of times.
Yeah, no, I thought Jetty's been building towards a win. He's been good his last couple. He's super the other day. You know, we had 3 in that race. 2 of them got in his road. He probably should have nearly won at Eagle Farm the other day. From the 1 barrier, he can make his own luck. He can either go forward or just sit behind them. And his work's been good. So, look, quite confident he's going to be in the finish. Probably 59. It's a little bit of a concern, but it's a good horse's weight, that. So hopefully he can carry it and get away with it.
Very good. Well, good luck to Connections there. They certainly deserve a win, and so too does Jetty. We then move over to race 8. Another runner for the strong bloodstock team, the all-lady syndicate here with Hey Big Splenda. Barrier 8 for Ryan Maloney with the 58 kilos. He sort of hasn't had much go his way, or just the way he likes races to suit this prep?
Well, he's had the 2 runs. First up, he just got way too far back out of his ground at Ipswich and then made good ground. Second up was in that race that Toby just mentioned, the cutest race, and it's not something that we would usually do. And if people have been watching this preview for a fair while, every time we've spoken about this horse, it's been a matter of just getting him back in behind horses and teaching him to switch off and then hit the line. The other day, because he was so far back first up and they're stepping up to 1300, Ryan banged him out and probably just tried to make good use of him, and it stuffed him. He got up and over racing, and stepping up in journey to 1300 pretty quickly after a first up run, that wasn't ideal. So I think from barrier 8, we'd just be pretty neutral on him. If he could land midfield or just a pair off midfield, get down in the middle of the track. The horse is going well, he looks great, and he's knocking on the door. It's just a matter of getting things right in sort of the first 100, 150 metres. Bit of cover early, and then he can flash late. I think he's probably going to be better back to 1200 and ridden that touch steady so he can really hit the line. Yeah. I think we'll see a better performance than his second run tomorrow.
Okay. Well, good luck to everyone there. Go to the girls involved with Hey Big Splenda. We then move over to Doomben Saturday. A couple of big guns going out here. Ruka in race 1, benchmark 75 over the 1,050 metres. Barrier 11, so as you touched on, the barriers, the good fortunes sort of end here. Barrier 11, Jaden Lloyd, he's first up. Have you been happy with his trials, Toad?
Yeah, he's been going quite well. He trialled at Bow Desert also, and difficult track to get a guide on trials out there. He did trial well, but since then he's come on nicely. He actually looked really rusty about a month ago, and his coach just come out and he just looks super now. He's drawn 11. That's a terrible barrier from that start, but there's so much speed. He's got to go back anyway. If you can get into a 3 wide line, and as long as there's enough tempo, you've got horses like the Move, who's nearly, I think the Move.
Lyrical Girl and that.
Yeah, Lyrical Girl. They're all fast horses, so good speed. It might just suit something flashing. So hopefully the pattern at Doomben on Saturday is, helps horses that are finishing on. So he'll be right. He'll be in the finish. He's a good horse, and with a bit of luck and the right run, he can figure in the finish. But the barrier is sort of a concern. Okay.
And obviously you said he's a horse with a bit of ability. Have you got aims for him this prep, or is he's just working through his grades?
Just working through his grades. There's not much for him.
Till Magic Millions.
Yeah, till Magic Millions, really. So if we can let him progress this and get through to Open Company, which I think he can pretty quick, he'll fit into Magic Millions Day nicely.
Okay, very good. We'll keep an eye on him in the opener there. We then move over to race 3, where the Pines lines up in a fillies and mares Class 6 handicap. She's second up here, and you've elected for this race ahead of, she was accepted for the Gold Market. Yep. Drawn 5 here for Jaden Lloyd.
Yeah, look, they were both pretty stiff races, obviously. Gold Market, good quality event tomorrow, so we scratched from that. She drew crap, and then runs into a stiff Class 6 there Saturday. Draws pretty soft in 5. 3 kilo claim should certainly suit. Love it if she was able to just be sort of midfield and take up a spot from that soft gate. Not that happens very often with her. She's improved immensely since that first up run. She was still quite big and fat, even though she'd had a couple of trials. I thought she got to the line well the other day, but she needs to probably lift again to be winning a race like that. There's some very high quality horses, Miami Flies and horses like that. So she's one for the multiples, I feel. Hopefully, if they go along pretty quick, she can be steaming home if they sort of chop each other in front, which yet again looks to be good speed. She can get clear crack at them and really hit the line, but I would be inclined to say she's probably a good each way chance without sort of jumping off the roof to be backing her.
Okay, good little insight. Sounds like it's a pretty competitive race there, but that she's obviously a talented horse. We then move over to race 5, the Danny McGuinness Memorial Class 6 over the 1600 metres, where Green Jacket lines up. Jim Byrne, barrier 14, not ideal. 54 kilos here. Freshened for this and has been working well alongside Alpine Edge.
Yeah, we used him as a working partner in the last couple of gallops, and he's working well. He's enjoying his work. You know, he's a horse that's been missing for, I'd say, you know, a good prep. But we're starting to see signs that he's getting back to wanting to do it, which was a concern. We thought he might have been, you know, just one of those top horses that one good prep and then sort of turned it up. But way he's been going, you know, even though he's drawn ordinary, he's going to get back anyway, so it's not going to be a big deal. He just goes back and he should be steaming home. Once again, he's a back marker and he's going to need a bit of luck. As long as the track's playing that way, he can run on. Barrier does put us back further than we want to be, that's all, so it's going to be difficult, but horse will run well. Just wish he drew a bit softer.
Okay, well, good luck to connections there with Green Jacket. We then move over to the big fella, Alpine Edge, 3-year-old plate over the 1200. He's, of course, second up here after winning first up. Barrier 10 for Robbie Frad. How's he travelling?
He's going super. He's a pretty good race. You know, like Rob Heathcote's horse is a Group 2 winner. It's a pretty sharp horse. It's drawn inside us. I'd say it'll be in front of us in the run. That guy's got enough speed though. If Robbie digs him, he gives him a push out the gates, he can put himself into a spot. Just that another horrible barrier. You know, 10. We're going to have to maybe go. Leave it to the rider. Actually, I can't say where he's going to be. I'll leave it to him. He'll work something out. Looks to me as if there's a 3 wide line there, but if he can get that and finish on, he'll be in the finish. Good race at 1200. Prefer 1400, but we'll be finishing hard late. Whether the 1200 is just a bit short for him right now, I'm not. Saturday will tell.
Okay, and future ambitions for him. Obviously, the spring's heating up down south. Are you considering that for him?
Yeah, for sure. He's also a Magic Million horse, so that's also, you know, the long range plan is Magic Million Day. So whatever happens tomorrow or Saturday, it'll be, you know, determine which way we go. There's Sydney and there's Melbourne available for him. So a race like the Caulfield Guineas he's nominated for. He's also in the Golden Rose. If you happen to bowl these over and win well, you know, we'll talk to the owners about it. Sort of up in the air whether we go to Sydney or go into Melbourne. I'm not sure yet, but those options are available.
Very good. Well, I'm sure the Lucky Clover team will be very excited Saturday to see him back at the races. He's obviously a very talented horse, so good luck to everyone there. Then the other runner was Jetty, who was an acceptor for the last, but obviously not going around there. He was 5th emergency anyway.
Yep.
So then let's touch on the Sunshine Coast before we knuckle you down for your best bets. We're recording on Thursday prior to acceptances, so obviously barriers aren't out as yet. But let's just quickly touch on the runners there. Trent, LEISA Louise entered for a benchmark 62 handicap over the 1400.
Yeah, she's a new addition to the stable. She come up from down south, and we're still probably learning a bit about her, but we thought Sunshine Coast, nice big track. Whatever she does there Sunday, step her up in journey, probably go to a mile next start where she'll be a lot better suited, but her work's been good enough to be somewhat competitive, providing she draws soft.
Okay. So 2 runners entered for the maiden plate over the 1400 here in Count Your Falls and Vancouver River.
Yeah, Count Your Falls was good first up the other day. He's come on a bit. He's improved since then. So out of those 2, Count Your Falls is the better of the 2. Vancouver River is his first run in a race. He's been quite disappointing in his trials, but we're hoping he can, you know, take his track work over to the races and perform well. No, he's a quite expensive yearling and he sort of hasn't shown a great deal yet. So hoping race day can switch on. So Count Your Falls out of those 2.
Very good. Okay, the final runner, Trent, is Burlesy, cutest 3-year-old maiden handicap over the 1300.
Yeah, so we've given him a fair few trials to make sure that he's fit enough to run as best he can first up. I would suspect that he'll need this over the 1300 and then step out in journey pretty quickly thereafter.
Okay, all right, boys. Time to settle on a best bet. Have we got one? Obviously, either at the Gold Coast or Doomben.
Gold Coast is pretty simple. He picks himself Indian Dreamer, I think. Indian Dreamer the best, and I'd have to go with Alpine Edge as well. I think he can win.
Trent, happy with that?
Yeah, my best two probably Indian Dreamer. I'll go Friday, and Jetty's busting to win a race. He's finally drawn soft, so that's my two picks for Friday.
Very good. All right. Well, sounds like some good chances there. Good luck to everyone over the weekend.
Thank you.